Hello guys, thanks for joining this session. In this session, we are going to do a lab where we will create our first HTML document. But prior to that, let's do some discussion about HTML document. One of the best thing about working with HTML is that we don't need any server or any hosting platform for writing HTML. We can simply write the text in our computer and save it as .html and run it in a browser. So you must be asking that how we are going to deploy it into the internet. So to answer your question, when you want to deploy the application on internet, then you need a domain name, you need a hosting package, and you need to upload everything on web host. Then our application is available on internet. I will cover this topic later in this series, but prior to that we have to learn how to create an application using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Node.js, Express.js. So I don't want to confuse you with all those things. So let's start our demo. The first step is we need to create a folder. Let's create a folder, my first HTML project. Inside that we will create index.html file. So let's create it. So here we will specify index.html. Instead of text we need to specify HTML. Specify it. It will ask for change. We will tell yes. So now one HTML document is being created. Now we need to write into that. Some of you might not be getting this extension. To enable this extension, what you have to do, you need to come here, click on view, and here you need to select file name extension, then it will show that. Now the third step is we will open the Visual Studio Code and we will write some text into that. So let's open this file into Visual Studio Code. Now I have the index.html file into Visual Studio Code. Now let's write something called my first HTML document and save it. And we will try to access it through browser and see that what output it is giving us. So to open this file into a browser, what we need to do, we need to come here, right click and copy path and go to the browser. So we came to the browser and we will paste it over here and enter. So see here, we are getting my first HTML document, and whatever the thing which we will write over here, that will display that. So we haven't used any kind of HTML tags and element. Tags and element we will discuss in this course from the next session onward. For a time being, you just consider that tags and element is the bare bones of HTML document that help us to design our web pages. But even though we are not writing any kind of tag over here, but still it is parsing this text. So you can write how many number of line you want to write and save it, and we will go back again to the browser and let's look into that. Now come to the browser and refresh it. So you will find that the text which you have written into the HTML document which is being displayed over here, but these texts are not well formatted and written without following the HTML standard. But even though we haven't followed HTML standard, but we have written an HTML file which is being displayed over here. In the next session I will introduce you HTML tags, where we will discuss about what is HTML tag, why we are using HTML tag, what types of HTML tags we have, and what is the syntax to write a tag or say to use the tag. So on this note, I am stopping this session over here. See you in the next session. Till then, bye bye, take care.